From fairy tales to parades. From crowns to uniforms. From princess to cadet. Stop. This is not a story of privilege. This is a story of courage, of tears, of sacrifice. Spain's future queen chose discipline over comfort, duty over luxury. And today, the nation watched her take flight. The sun rose over San Javier Air Base, painting the skies with a golden glow. Families gathered, officials lined the stage, and soldiers stood at attention. But every eye, every camera, every beating heart turned toward one figure, Leonor, the Princess of Asturias. She stepped forward in crisp blue uniform, polished boots striking the pavement with the rhythm of discipline. No tiara, no flowing gown. Just the steel of service in her gaze. Why would a young royal choose this path? Why endure sleepless nights, drills at dawn, and the weight of military tradition? The answer lies in Spain's history, in her father King Felipe's footsteps, and in the burden of destiny. Leonor is not just a daughter. She is heir, symbol, and promise. And today, she proved she is more than a title. The ceremony began with music that stirred the soul. Trumpets pierced the air, drums echoed like heartbeats, and cadets stood tall in perfect formation. Leonor among them, equal. No crown to separate her. No privilege to shield her. She had trained, sweated, and stumbled just as her peers had. Yet, unlike them, she carried the eyes of a nation on her shoulders. Her family watched closely. Queen Letitia's eyes glistened with pride, yet her hands clasped tight, holding back the storm of emotion. King Felipe sat tall, the soldier and father in him waging a silent battle of pride and nostalgia. And her sister Sofia, younger, quieter, looked on with admiration that words could never capture. This was not just a graduation. This was a transformation witnessed by blood and by nation. But the moment that silenced the air came when Leonor stepped forward to receive her wings. A symbol of flight, freedom, and responsibility. As they pinned the emblem to her chest, her posture remained steady, but her eyes glistened. She blinked, not to fight the tears, but to embrace them. For in that moment, she was no longer simply the little girl who once waved from balconies. She was an officer in training. A future commander. A queen who would one day hold Spain's skies in her hands. The applause erupted, but it was not the loudest sound. It was the whisper in every Spaniard's heart. Could this young woman truly lead us one day? Could she balance the delicate line of monarchy and modernity? Today gave them the answer. Yes. Still, behind the applause lingered the unspoken questions. What challenges will she face next? How will she balance love and duty, heart and crown? And what of the whispers of courtship, of a future consort, of a wedding Spain longs to see? The graduation gave no answers, only hints. Yet every hint was enough to keep the people dreaming. In the barracks, stories of her journey ripple through the ranks. Cadets recall the nights she stood in line, shivering in the cold, refusing special treatment. They remember her silent grit, the way she pushed herself harder, as if to prove she deserved her place. For Leonor, failure was never an option. Every stumble was a step toward resilience. Every bruise a badge of honor. And so the nation saw more than ceremony. They saw sacrifice. They saw the making of a queen forged not in palaces, but in the discipline of the skies. As the day closed, Leonor stood tall before her peers, before her country, before history. The jets thundered overhead in salute, trails of smoke painting the sky in the colors of Spain. She looked up, and for a fleeting moment, the world looked up with her. From princess to cadet, from cadet to queen, this is not just a journey. It is a promise. And Spain will never forget the day its future queen spread her wings. The question now lingers. Where will those wings take her? Into battles of politics? Into storms of love and sacrifice? Or into skies where tradition and modernity collide? One thing is certain. Leonor has taken flight, and her story has only just begun.